Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mint to Vent Podcast News. My name is Jaime, and what I like to do here on this channel is give my crazy thoughts and opinions on trending news and crazy topics out there on the headlines. And with that said, if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you would hit that like button and hit a subscription so you don't miss an episode. And let's get on with it. Well. People were giving LeBron James a lot of heat lately after those strange allegations have headed in his direction. I spoke on it in a previous episode when Kobe Covington was at a press conference for UFC and kind of brought up some stuff about the Diddy guy and all that stuff. And apparently, shortly after that, it was a weird coincidence that he stepped away from the league and decided to step away from his social media. I mean, he just quit everything. It was like, I'm just going to step away, bye. And he put a big old statement out about quitting social media. Like, I figured, like, if you weren't going to put nothing on social media for a while, you just shouldn't post anything on social media. But I guess he had to have, publicist or somebody put some big, statement that he was just leaving social media for a little while. And then he left the Lakers for a little bit. It was kind of wild. And some say it was because of, like, needed rest. And then some people say, it was maybe, like, he needed, like, to rest an injury or some things like that. And other people were saying it was because of those crazy shenanigans. In my opinion, it was, like, a weird coincidence and bad timing at the same time. Because at the same time, I feel like whatever it was, whether he did need some rest for an injury or maybe he was getting a legal team set up, some airplane tickets to leave the country, who knows what was going on, right? But I feel like it's just like hurting the NBA big time because the NBA is already super struggling right now as it is. There's been reports that the NBA's like ratings have dropped like over 48%. Could be even higher by this week. So it used to be like the top dog. It used to be super thing. Everybody couldn't wait to watch the finals or watch the playoffs or like, what about like the All-Star game? And then they used to have the big Christmas game and the Martin Luther King game. And lately, the game has just been not much entertaining to watch lately. It's just been a really bad product, in my opinion. It's just been, a lot of three-pointers, which took away from the action of the game. I mean, you got, like, guys that are 7-footers that should be, like, post-up centers. They're just sitting out there at the top of the key shooting threes. And, like, they're all mixed up. They don't even know what to do. Like, forwards, like, everybody's a point guard. That's what it seems like when you're watching NBA. Like, everybody wants to be a point guard. And everybody's a rebounder. And you got the shortest guy on the team going out there and get the rebounds. It's like they flip-flop. You got the little short guys trying to be post-up players. It's kind of funny. And, like, highlights are just very rare these days. But I feel like, the NBA is super hurting. Like, sports betting's getting in the way. Like, you got all these refs making crazy calls, which I feel are... I feel like they could be in on it. Not saying that they are, but I feel like they're in on it when a game's going so far and the game's like the momentum is shifting so hard, like where it's about to be super one-sided of a game and the referee can just call all these freaking, whistles and all of a sudden it's a tie game or they're within 2 or something crazy. It's just bananas what are happening. A lot of players seem like they're just going out there for a paycheck. Don't even seem like there's too many stars anymore. Doesn't seem like there's too much competitiveness against other teams. It's like just a little small handful of teams that are trying to win, but they don't even, I don't know, man. It's just a real different product anymore. The All-Star game is whack. I couldn't wait to watch the slam dunk contest and the All-Star game. Now there's just like no defense. Now there's not even no defense in regular season games, like let alone the All-Star game. There's barely defense in regular season games. And it really bugs me sometimes because being a basketball fan myself, you want to go and see stars or sometimes maybe your team isn't that good. Like right now our team isn't the best. They're hitting a little good win streak right now, but I mean, they're still trying to figure things out with this team. It's been a minute. And so when other teams that are good or you have some stars on those teams, you want to come and see those stars. So you buy some tickets for those games and you can't wait to go see them. And there's a lot of people that do the same thing, might even be wearing their jerseys and stuff like that. And you go, the Lakers are coming into town, and LeBron's going to rest. And so is Anthony Davis, and like everybody else that are superstars in the Lakers. And you just get all pissed off. Like, you just went over there to watch these guys. Now they ain't even going to play. Or Joel Embiid goes sit out a game and like all this kind of stuff, and you want to go see these players. Where the hell, it kind of bums you out as a fan. And I feel like that also hurts the league. And I don't know what they're gonna do or what they could do to change the game. I just think it's kind of wild when they all want to be point guards. It's just wild. It's just a weird product. It's just a big time product. Or like the other day, LeBron James was trying to call out saying that Christmas was like their day. This is our day. He was back playing with the Lakers already after this. And I feel like that was a bad move because with their ratings so low, the NFL's been killing it. With all their scripted games. No, I'm just happy they're favoring my team right now. But it's just kind of wild with this product. I mean, it's just really bad. Really, really bad. What happened to the slam dunk contest? Like, I mean, since it was like, what was it? Gordon and Levine, those guys were coming out doing some crazy street ball, like acrobatic dunks. And then after that, it was like, oh, no. NBA was like, we can't have that. And who's to blame for it to drop it like this? Some people say it's the commissioner and LeBron James. They say like these two guys teamed up and used their superpowers, his superstar powers and his NBA control powers, and they like woke the game all up. And they say those two guys are the reason that it's all ruined. I don't know, but it's just all I know is it just seems really bad. You got dudes just there just to play, and you're just wondering why they're really there, man. It's like, come on, man, why don't you foul somebody really hard or something? Make it back to the bad boys or something. Like, it's just, make the game physical again, or I don't know what they could do. But, or tell, have the coaches, tell the big men to like do a post up. And what would the commentators be like if the game just switched up like that, went back to like kind of similar, not all the way old school ball, we still want points, but it was like all of a sudden the game's got a little more grinded out. Like a center gets a rebound, and then instead of passing it out, they feed it back to the center, and he makes two post-up moves and does it like a turnaround hook shot. And the commentators are like, that wasn't a three-pointer. They'd probably freak out. Like everybody being at Sports Center too, like, look at this post move. It'd be something that wasn't like a transition three. Like even on breakaways, you couldn't even wait for a dude to go and dunk the ball. And like some guys on breakaways, it's like, I know I'm 6'8" or 6'9", but I'm going to stop in transition on a full breakaway and just shoot this three. It's like, man, we need those, highlight reels. We need those back. Like we had hyped up things, like they had like a hyped up player come out, Zion Williams, looked awesome in his high school, video highlight reels, just dunking all these little kids because he was like a big giant man. And then all of a sudden he come to the NBA and got like bigger as far as weight wise. Like the dude was just like fluctuating, like the NBA ratings. He was just like swelling up, just like, and then going back down, like swelling up and then going back down. But it's just wild. Everybody was a big hype train. Like everybody's like, he's gonna be the next star, and he ain't that much of a star. Nobody talk about him no more, other than his weight going up and down. It's like that's the star we got to talk about. That's why the NBA's hurting right now. I think we got to figure something out because it's just messed up. And being a fan of basketball, like I said, we got to figure something because, I mean, we don't want this to turn into like, like the sport nobody watches. Like it's just one of those. I know there's sports out there that exist, and the NBA is turning into it. Like they put out crazy numbers. They put out like crazy numbers, like over 20-something million people watching the Christmas Day football game, and it was only like 4 or 5, 5-point-something million watched the basketball game. That's a lot of difference. So I think they need to do something. I don't know what, but something needs to change. And hopefully it changes soon, man, because right now, they're shooting nothing but bricks. Right now, the NBA is shooting bricks as far as entertainment goes. Well, my name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent Podcast News. Till next time, see ya.